Corpses. Okay, I got to do some repairs on my sculpture, on my mold, I'm sorry. Let me put the phone on here. We want to tilt this down, and I have to jack it up so you can see what I'm working on. There's a couple of spots. Now the shadowing and the lighting is not great here, but let me see. You know what? Let me zoom in on the spots I'm fixing, just so you see. All right, I'll take the phone off of here real quick. Okay, inside the ear here, you see these little holes? All right, now I can leave them there, but if I want to make a thin casted mask, it can become a problem. And I'll explain that later. Over here, no, I'm sorry, it's on this side. Where is it on this side? No, it's this. Yeah, I'll figure it out. No, it's this side. Over on this side, I have a gap that's right underneath here from, it broke off. Yeah, this is the side. I have to put some Vaseline right on this edge here. All right, so it doesn't grab onto it. But once I put the two molds together, I have to fill these ear areas here. See how all these chipped out? See how like this on the ends here? They chipped. Well, I got to backfill that with a little bit of stone that I mixed up here, Ultra Cal 30. And I got to fix these little spots and these little tiny holes. I'm going to do it on the eyes too as well. And I already wet the areas enough to where I can fill the holes. So let me get busy with this because I don't want my stone to harden up on me. And I'm going to show you the process. I got some areas that I'm working on and I'm going to fix it up nicely. But I need the camera out of my face so I can work. That's pretty much it. Okay. I wiped everything there. I did put Vaseline in here. Yeah, I did. Okay. That won't grab now. And I got a couple areas that I got to fill. First thing I'm going to do is over here by this ear. And then I'm just going to wipe it. That's it. That's the secret. You just fill the hole and wipe it. Okay. I fixed that part. Good enough. This stuff will harden 20 minutes, so I'm not worried about any of the small imperfections. I gotta take these glasses off though to do this. Okay. Now along these mold walls, right in here, it's pretty rough. So I'm gonna fix that with a little bit of smoothing, just on my finger. I don't know what you can see. I'm filling the little tiny holes that are there and smoothing it out with my fingers. Just trying to worry about the holes. That's whatever you do, don't create a mess. So you want to just smooth that out. And now the holes are filled. So I won't have a lot of sanding to do on the mask. And the biggest thing is you can't have, and there's a couple spots that I'm seeing as I do this. Oh yeah. Now I want to get into the eye socket here where this, hopefully I can get that in there without creating too big of a mess. Now you have to moisten the mold a little bit, because you don't want. Now, does that look okay? Let me fix that. I think there's a little bit of junk stuck in here. I don't want that there. All right, use the back side of the popsicle stick. Yeah, that one don't matter too much. This side, because it's already in the recessed spot. This one here I don't want really messed up. Okay. Are there any other holes that I can see that need to be addressed? I don't think so. So what I'm going to do, I want to create a little ball. Yeah, it's still too wet for that. Okay. Gotta let it harden up just a little bit. I'm going to create a little ball so I can put a little bead right here where the hole is in the neck, so it looks too flat. The hole broke off on the mold. Okay, so the next thing I got to do is take a look. All right, I'm going to throw a little bit up into here where it broke off. Now this will straighten itself out once I stick the mold back together. If you know what I mean. At least I hope it will anyway. It will. Everything happens for a reason, I believe. And this definitely happened without me. I gotta fix this. A big chunk of plaster broke off when I hammered it off. And this happens every once in a while. We have to be extra rough on something. And because I Vaselined in this area, this won't stick together. I think we are good to go. Get out of here. All right. And now I can put this together and fix this little problem that's over here on this side of the mold. I definitely don't want to put my hands. There it is. Now right in here, right into this earlobe, a little problem. But nothing I can't fix. Because I put Vaseline on this side of the wall, it's not going to stick. It's still not enough in there. What a mess. As long as I don't have the holes too big, there won't be a problem as far as fixing it. Yeah, like an idiot, I forgot to do this side. That's okay, I'll fix that right now. Oh, it's getting thicker now, that's good. Okay, let me wash my fingers off real quick so I can smooth it out. Smooth it out. I don't want any extra plaster laying on the surface because that affects the surface of the mask. So we don't want that. All right, that side smoothed out. This side smoothed out. And now I got to smooth out this ear. Fell down inside of there. Good thing I put my finger up in there just to see what was going on. That would have been a problem. Yeah, that's looking good. Now I just need a little ball of this stuff, thick. And I got two areas to do. I got two spots I want to do with these little balls. Too big. See, I can fix. Well, that's where the needle went into the neck. And I have this area here that I want to fix a little bit better, where the nose is. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm on YouTuber.
You who?
I'm yoo-hooing it.
Hello friends of YouTube. Hello everyone.
I don't know if anybody's on.
You get 3 people.
3, huh? I know you guys can't see what I'm doing inside this nose area, but what happened was the nostril hole was too shallow, so I'm fixing it.
He's picking its nose.
I'm putting a little piece of clay in there. And here, let me see if I can show you what I did here. See, I put a plaster right there, right where the hole is for the neck. It was flat. It was literally cut flat, and I couldn't leave it like that, because if I had, I also had to fix the ear right in here. When I pried that front part off, it snapped a lot of this region right here around the ear. Now, I don't have to have it perfect, but I do have to have it so this way when I cast the thin mask and I sand off that seam that's around the ear, the seam isn't too big, because if the seam is real deep and thick, when you go to cut that seam off, you'll have a big hole all the way around your ear. And I'll explain that, I guess, when I make the video for that, once I make a mask. So this has got to harden for about, I'm going to say about an hour, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to start making a mask today. I got my vibrating table, a homemade vibrating table that I made right here. It's right down below us here. I made that with a regular car tire. Let me see. There's a car tire, and that board's floating. 2 foot by 2 foot board is bolted down to the tire, and right dead center between those 2x4s that are sticking up, on the flip side, there's a vibrating motor on there, and this thing shakes the heck out of the latex once I yeah. So I've got to let that harden at least an hour before I can put latex in this thing, and I'm going to test to make sure that ball doesn't break free. Sometimes it doesn't stick, and the reason why it's most likely not going to stick is because I left this thing cure for almost a week. It's been out here since I think Monday when I made that video, or last Sunday when I made the mold. So with that being said, guys, let's just hurry up and wait. I'll be back in about an hour for some more talk on how to prepare your mold. Like I'm gonna have to paint, because this mold does leak a little bit. I'm gonna have to paint on the barrier right on this wall, this section here. I'm gonna paint a little latex around that whole thing, and it's gonna act as a gasket. So when I do put the latex in the mask or in the mold, it won't drain out on me. So that's what I got to do next after I get done. So we're going to make the mask. We're going to make the first copy to see how she looks. I got to blow it out real good. I'm going to go get my water bottle. I'm going to spray the inside lightly with water before I put latex in there. Just so there's a little bit of you want a little bit of moisture on the walls for bubbling reasons. But I have the vibrating table that kind of stops the bubbling, and you really don't want bubbles right up against the walls of your mask, because if there's bubbles on the walls, and it happens because of the fact that this absorbs the moisture out of the latex, and that's how molds that's what they're designed to do. Is suck the moisture out of the latex. This way you get a latex ball all the way around the surface of your mold. So with that being said, I guys, I'll see you in probably an hour and a half to make a mask. Let me know what you guys think so far. You know what? I'm not going to shut this off. I got to wash my hands first. So yeah, it should be fun. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, when I hammered away at that mold, the face, it knocked off the, it messed up those ears a little bit. So, but that's okay. There's a will, there's a way. And I'll explain all that when I come back. When I take that mold apart, you'll see what I did and how I did it. All right, come on, loosen up. Made it too tight. Yeah, so there's a little bead of plaster stuck to where the hole is for the neck. I fixed the eye little problems I was having. I fixed these walls. They have divots in them. You can see the white, all the white bright stuff. That's where it's filled, so it'll be smooth. And in that ear, right in this little corner right here, right there is where there was a big clump missing. So when I come back, we start making a mask. We're gonna make a latex mask, and it's gonna dwell, the latex will dwell inside this mold for about 2 hours, and then I pour the latex back out onto the bucket. What's up, Crusher? So this is gonna be the first copy. I always make the first copy for my brother because he plays Michael Myers and he has a huge head. So he needs a bigger copy of this this mold version because his head, it's pretty big. So he gets the first mask, and then I make another mask in that mold and make a master copy out of latex, which I foam fill. I foam fill that, and then I take the mold and I make a urethane master. So I retain the actual size of the sculpture in a urethane rubber master copy. And that's the whole point of it. You don't want to lose your size of your sculpture, because then I can make the bigger masks. I can make a large mask and I can make a small mask. There's 2 mask size. That's it. I mean, I can keep shrinking them down to make them even smaller, but I think in the end, the small version will be about 25 inches in diameter on your head. And the large version, I think, is 27 inches once the latex shrinks up. So. But happy Memorial Day to everybody. I know it's not till tomorrow, but I'm giving you a heads up ahead of time. So it's Sunday. It's a relaxed day for me. I don't have to work tonight. Yay. As a matter of fact, I'm taking off the entire summer. Get this, guys. I'm off for the entire summer. And I'm going to focus just doing masks. I'm going to be doing masks. I'm going to try and get signed up on, what do you call it? I'm going to Stan Winston School of Arts. I'm going to be on there. And I'll be learning all kinds of neat things. I'm taking advantage of this summer and focusing on building this business. That's what I want to do. Michael Myers is not the business. I mean, it's going to be a nice mask, but it will be my last. Once I do all the versions of the mask of Michael Myers, I'll be done with it, and I'll be moving on to cooler things for me anyway. Because I love you, Nick Malpagano, but he doesn't just work on Michael Myers. He does other things too. Sorry about that, Nick. Yeah, you do a lot of other things as well. But it seems like a lot of people love that Myers mask, man. So I'm going to move on from the Myers once I get all the versions done. including the ends and my own rendition of what I think ends should look like. I'm going to do that version. So there's probably a total of 5 masks that's going to be made from this sculpture. And then from there, I'm going to move on to like scarecrows and zombies and, werewolves and you name it. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. It should be fun. And I'm looking forward to retirement, doing this sort of thing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I just hope our economy holds up. That's the biggest, scariest part about everything right now. Is these gas prices. They better get them knocked down somehow, some way. We're going to put a lot of people out of business. Anyway, I'm not talking politics on here. This is not where I don't talk politics on here. Want to talk politics? I go on Facebook. If they don't like it, oh well, flag me. Yeah, I don't talk politics on here. But anyway, the mask. In 2 hours, I'll be back, and we'll do the mask. I was just repairing the mold a little bit today, so I didn't have as many leakages. I had a lot of leakage that when I put the latex in there. I made 1 copy of it, and I had to pour it right back out again, and there wasn't enough latex inside the mold stuck to the wall to even save. So, yeah. What's up, Lucas? Airsoft Mania? It's 3 o'clock, man. What are you doing up so late? Airsoft, sorry, I got to go. All right, man. I see you bounced. Who else is still here? I guess it was Airsoft and Crusher. You guys were on Crusher. You still with me, right? All right, yeah, I'm going to be back in an hour, though. In about an hour and a half. I got to make sure that stone's hard, where I had, fixed it up. So let's come back here in an hour and a half, and from there, we'll make a mask. Sound like a plan? All right, Crusher, I'll see you shortly. Bye.